it's official now. It's been a long time coming. And we have been focused on this fight, motivated on this fight for many years, and obviously the last few months we knew that this fight was going to happen. But to make it official, to make it done now, the more excitement comes. But obviously we ramp up more in our training, and we just focus towards May 12th. That's all that matters.
A lot of respect up there between you and Lomachenko. Do you think that'll change much in the build-up right up to the event?
As competitors, as guys that, the way I look at it, their careers are on the line, I think you'll get that competitive nature, but I think a lot of respect there for both sides, like I said, and like you said. There is respect for what we both achieved, and kind of fighters we are, warriors that bring action to the ring, excitement to the ring. So inside that ring, that's where the respect ends. That's where he's going to have to do what he has to do, and I'm going to have to do what I have to do. And this is like the movie Heat. He might not like it, I might not like it, but one of us is getting taken out.
Speaking of a lot of respect and so many moving parts in the world of boxing, you were a big part of it, defeating Teofimo Lopez, heading straight into 2 mega fights. Shakur Stevenson yesterday back in America, spoke a little bit of stuff on Twitter. I know you've sort of cut him down a bit on Twitter before. Your take on him retiring and what he's all about?
Retired? What do you mean he retired?
He said he retired.
First time I heard of it. I've been very focused on my mega fight with Lomachenko, so first time I'm hearing of it. It's very unfortunate. Sometimes, these things happen. So all the best, with whatever you do in your next part of your chapters. But wow, that's interesting.
You spoke about, Vasyl spoke up there about his take on you when you fought Devon. You sort of fired back, but was very professional in him getting defeated to Teofimo Lopez. Do you think that'll play a telling factor in this fight, that the guy that he got beaten to, you beat him?
Yeah, like Vasyl said, and we were very respectful on both behalves. Styles make fights, different styles, and that's where I've been so an advocate for boxing, to do like the UFC do. It doesn't matter if you lose a fight. It's crazy, man, that you can lose to one guy like Haney, and then people just ride you off. Well, like Lomachenko, who he's lost to a few guys and they ride him off. But styles make fights. Isn't that what the boxing fans want to see? The best fighting the best. Certain styles coming up against other certain styles. That's the way I look at it. And like I said, I've never worried about a win or loss. I knew that one day, it would come. My biggest concern was legacy. My biggest concern was fighting the best, and that's where where we're at right now. And that's why I'll continue fighting the best of the best.
What about your thoughts, Ryan Garcia, Devon Haney? You fought Devon twice. Bit of news back in America today about that fight that could possibly happen. Do you think that fight will happen, and how will it go down?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like I said, I've been just so focused on this fight, on this announcement, on my training. I've been laser focused. So if they do fight, it's an awesome fight for boxing. I know Devon loves the big fights, the challenges. I think Devon gets the job done. Gets the job done in spectacular fashion. But again, Ryan is a good kid. I like Ryan. Got a lot of respect for Ryan. I feel that he's just a little bit confused, and that's not taking a shot at him or being disrespectful. Sometimes, I don't know, he's got a lot of followers and a lot of big hype about him. Sometimes he gets confused with things and doesn't know what way to go. That's on him. If they can get it on, beautiful, great fight for boxing. More eyes on the sport, and that's all we want, big fights.
Teofimo and Jermaine are fighting in 10 more days. How do you think that fight goes down?
Yeah, that's a good fight too. I like Jermaine. I think he did a tremendous job against Lomachenko. Very, very close fight. I've been studying that fight a lot. Again, I've been in there with Teofimo Lopez, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm not sure. Styles make fights. It's very hard to say that he can beat him and he's going to beat him, because once that style gels, who knows what we're going to see.
Now talk to us about training camp. You like to go back to the States, however the fight's back out in Australia. What's camp look like?
Like I said, I have a very good lead coach in Anton, one of the head Olympic coaches for Russia. We have some Russian killers coming, ex-Soviet killers coming to put me through my paces, to give me that proper work. You know, obviously I've done a lot of work in America, but I don't need America at this stage for my camp. You know, my style needs to be perfected against guys that have that European, Russian style, Soviet style, Ukrainian style. That's what I need. And like I said, things sometimes just happen, and God works in mysterious ways. And, you know, if I've got a coach who it's his bread and butter, knows the style and knows the sparring partners, we are bringing the right guys to Australia. So camp will be very private, camp will be very closed off, in my gym, private, putting in the work. That's all that matters. I will not get lost like I have in the past. I'm not here to promote like crazy. I will do what I do, but my focus is winning this fight. Like I said, this is not about money, this is not about belts. Same for Lomachenko, we have both. This is about legacy and beating this legend.
You and your team were over there last May when Vasyl fought Devonte. It was a close fight. Do you and your team sit down and have a look at that fight played out in the end, take from that? And obviously this reporter just mentioned about Ortiz. Do you look at Ortiz when he fought Vasyl? Do you look at those sort of things?
We look at everything. We were there ringside, we've gone back and analysed that fight. Both fighters did a tremendous job. Devon did a fantastic job at the start of the fight. Vasyl came on strong and did what he does at the back end of his fight. You know, we study, we are the ultimate professionals in this sport. I'm in this sport to make sure that I'm very thorough with everything that I do. And yes, we will study and continue studying more and more of Vasyl Lomachenko and the fights that he's had. Continue finding these holes. There are holes there. There are many holes. And I look forward to doing what I do best, bringing my style, bringing the added things that I've been able to do and already been doing in the gym. This new coach, new team. And we can't wait. But again, when I say new coach, I mean lead coach. We're still going to have many familiar faces. We are bringing, you know, the guys that I had in the US, they are coming here as well. We have coaches from the US coming over. We have many familiar faces, but we've got a really good lead right now that knows the game, knows the bread and butter of that style. And this is not a guy that I've just picked up in a week. We have been working together for the last 5 months, just after my last fight. We crossed paths, and it's what I needed. I needed that refreshing, that energy, that new style. And again, if we go back early in my career, and obviously people know that I come up under that Russian kind of style.
In fact.
So I know that style very well. I had my first 10 years in the sport, day in, day out with that style. And then I went to the US and had to do what I had to do and pick up more artillery. But now to have that plus more is refreshing and exciting.
Perfect.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Georgie.